Look at your own hand for a second. Whatever color it is, you probably think of that color as simply what you are, a fixed fact, something written into you at birth and passed down unchanged through your family for as long as anyone can remember. But here's the thing almost nobody realizes. The color of your skin is not ancient. It is not permanent. And on the timescale of human history, it is shockingly, almost embarrassingly recent. Your distant ancestors would not recognize your skin as belonging to their family at all. So here's the question that sounds like simple trivia and is actually one of the most misunderstood things about our species. Why do humans come in so many different colors at all? The common assumption goes something like this. Different groups lived in different places for a very long time, and over countless generations they slowly drifted apart, becoming permanently, deeply different from one another. That story feels obvious, it feels intuitive. It is also almost completely wrong about how and how fast this actually happened. To understand skin color, you have to stop thinking about identity and start thinking about a single invisible battle happening on the surface of your body every time you step outside. That battle is about sunlight. Specifically, it's about ultraviolet radiation, the same energy that burns you at the beach, and about a molecule inside you called folate that your body cannot afford to lose. Sunlight, it turns out, destroys folate. And folate is not optional. Without enough of it, a developing pregnancy can fail. Your skin color is, at its root, a shield built by evolution to solve exactly that problem. The shield is a pigment called melanin. Melanin is dark, and dark absorbs light before it can reach the delicate machinery underneath. So in places drenched in intense, year-round sunlight, near the equator, having more melanin-protected folate protected pregnancies, and quietly saved lives generation after generation. Darker skin wasn't a preference, it was armor against the sun. And for the first couple of 100,000 years of our species, in the African environments where humans actually evolved, dark, richly melanated skin was very likely the default. It was simply what a human looked like. But then humans did the thing humans do better than any animal alive. They moved. They walked out of Africa and into Europe, into Central Asia, into latitudes where the sun sits low and weak for much of the year. And up there, the very armor that had protected them suddenly became a problem. Because sunlight doesn't only destroy things, your body also needs it. Your skin uses ultraviolet light to manufacture vitamin D, and without enough vitamin D, your bones soften, your immune system weakens, and children can grow up deformed. So now the same shield that saved lives at the equator was blocking the weak northern sun from making the vitamin those bodies desperately needed. In the tropics, dark skin was survival. In the far north, it became a liability. And so evolution reversed course. In populations living under pale skies, the individuals born with slightly lighter skin absorbed more of that scarce light, made more vitamin D, raised healthier children, and pass those lighter tones on. Skin color, in other words, is a compromise, a balancing act between two invisible dangers pulling your body in opposite directions. And now the part that genuinely rewrites the story most people carry in their heads. This did not take millions of years. It did not even take that long. Genetic studies of ancient European skeletons reveal something almost nobody expects. As recently as 7,000 or 8,000 years ago, many of the people living in Europe still had dark skin. The hunter-gatherers of ancient Spain, Hungary, and Britain, people who painted caves and buried their dead with care, were dark-skinned. Pale European skin, the thing so many treat as ancient and fixed, is younger than agriculture, younger than the first cities. Think about what that actually means. The color we so often treat as the oldest, most permanent marker of who a person is in evolutionary terms brand new. It arrived somewhere around the same time humans were inventing pottery and learning to farm wheat. And it may have arrived so quickly partly because of that farming. A diet heavy in grain provides far less vitamin D than a diet of fish and wild game. So as humans traded hunting for farming, the pressure to make vitamin D from sunlight grew even more intense. Lighter skin wasn't just an option anymore, it was suddenly urgent. And this same story played out independently all over the world. This is the detail that should stop you in your tracks. Light skin did not evolve once and spread. The genes that lighten skin in Europeans are, in many cases, not the same genes that lighten skin in East Asians. Two different populations facing the same weak northern sun arrived at the same solution by completely different genetic routes. Evolution solved the identical problem twice, in two places, using two different sets of tools. The color looks similar. The machinery underneath is not. So, what does all of this actually tell us? It tells us that skin color is not a family tree. It is a weather report. It is a record written on the surface of your body of how much sun your ancestors' ancestors happened to stand under a few thousand years ago. It tracks latitude, not lineage. Two people with the very same skin tone can be more distantly related than two people whose colors look nothing alike. The trait we so often use to sort humans into groups is one of the worst possible tools for the job. Colors of human skin are not deep, ancient divisions between separate kinds of people. They are shallow, recent, ever-shifting adjustments made by a single restless species as it wandered into every corner of a planet with wildly different skies. Your color is not who your people are. It is where they stood and how long the sun shone on them there. And the genes remember that journey, even when we forget it ever happened. This has been The First People. Keep looking at the ordinary things nobody thinks to question.